It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Tuesday, they'll host the Miami Heat. Then on Thursday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for their matchup with Detroit, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's paired with Williams. Sarr out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Williams at the point guard position. And for the Wizards, Coulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's George. Then it's Williams. And it's Hoffman in at the 3 spot. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Williams for 3, buries it from 3-point range. Williams has got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Thunder. Here's Poole. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Good to see Gilgeous-Alexander's playmaking evolving here, wanting to get it to the open teammate.
Pass to Coulibaly. About a minute played so far here in the first. Hoffman. That shot misses. Nice D from Williams. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Sarr gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Poole. Williams, a screen on Williams. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And Poole shot sometimes, man, that thing just looks so pure.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Williams. Takes it inside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Well, when you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
And he makes that one.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And the foul on P. That's his first foul. Coulibaly finds George, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
George looking over the floor. Poole with no one around.
Well, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Koulibaly. Gilgeous-Alexander cover. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's George. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Poole. The Thunder making the shot. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Williams has a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Oklahoma City.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, P.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Koulibaly. No scoring in this one. Back to George. Will it go? The Wizards with another miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Holmgren finds Williams. Williams, a screen on Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Wizards trail by 13. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, he in the last game against the Warriors was phenomenal. He dropped in 38 points, and his hustle on the defensive end was amazing. He had a number of steals. He was an imposing presence, which should surprise no one. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's George missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Sarr gets the bucket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. know who that was. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Poole against Williams. The three-pointer, no good. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Huffman. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Thunder?
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
And the first one drops. Washington making some changes. Vukcevic is checked in, and Corey Kispert subbed in for George. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Abaji's checked in. Dort comes in for Jalen Williams. Wizards trail by 8. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's paired with Williams. Then it's Williams. Then it's Sarr. And it's Abaji in at the 4. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. And it's denied. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander trains the three-pointer.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Smith with it. Williams picks him up. Back to Smith. And that's good. Lead pass to get it done.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Wizards.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Carrington. Abaji pulls it in.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander off the pick from Williams. From the arc. The rebound by Carrington.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Smith the pass to Williams. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Johnson, he's checked in for Washington. Kispert finds Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Fires at the elbow. And he hits the jump shot. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Half it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Smith. Williams against Smith. Williams, a screen on Williams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Williams scanning the floor. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Picks it out to Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. To the paint. There's Williams. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Wizards trailed by 5. Johnson, the pass to Smith. Takes the 3. And Sarr pulls it down.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Kispert, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is. This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Washington calls timeout. George is checked in for Washington. Poole comes in for Smith. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Rupert's checked in. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And George kicks to Kispert. Pass to Poole. George sets a screen for Poole. The Thunder pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
So active defensively, and I love when they did force a turnover, they just flat out attacked. The points they got off turnovers swung the game in their favor.
That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from George. And the Wizards making a change here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And the basket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
The three from Poole. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Outside Williams. No good from outside.
Yeah, and that three-point shot really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
The three from George. Traps in the tray. George has got 6 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Williams, that's good.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Pass to Poole. Here's Koulibaly. Inside. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Poole.
Poole cashing in from the shallow end.
George with the steal. On the wing, Koulibaly. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Williams. Koulibaly with it. 5 points in the game. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Now here's Williams. To the inside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Wizards trail by 5. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. Lethal shooter himself in the crowd tonight for the Wizards game.
And you think he was giving Washington any pointers before the game? If they drop a franchise record for threes in a game, we know who's to blame.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 5. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
Welcome to halftime, everybody.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they...
And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. Low-key Christoph wants to know, Shaq, what's the best nickname that you've ever created for somebody? And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. It's a 5-point game. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game, and that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Williams is out there with George. Then it's Coulibaly. Then there's Jordan Poole, and it's Hoffman in at the 3. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Here's Coulibaly. George with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Coulibaly.
So much talk about the work ethic of Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong defensive play that time.
Here's Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Uncovered. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Oklahoma City. Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Poole. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
I tell you what, Brent, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole, but really you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Williams, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans it from downtown. Coulibaly's got 14.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The Thunder shooting their second and third free throws tonight. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Wizards trail by 8. Pass to Koulibaly. Poole against Williams. Poole the pass to Hoffman. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. 15 points in the game.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander with that height at his position allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Washington calls timeout. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Koulibaly. Clock at 6. And here's Poole for 3.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Fires the 3. Williams can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 8. Right side George. The kick out to Williams. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Williams against Poole. And he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Williams. And the Thunder lead by 8.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And that one's good, George.
And Poole's vision developing right in front of us.
There's Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Abaji's checked in. The Wizards have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And here's Poole for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's good. 2 points. Sarr's got 8.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Outside Williams. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Abaji's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the shot goes in. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Poole, and he goes in for the dunk.
Using those hops to attack the rim. Poole takes flight.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Cason Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Carrington. Pass to Williams. Williams, a screen on Williams. Here's Koulibaly. Excellent D there from Williams. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Williams passes to Sarr.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in, They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
The first free throw is good. A different look for Oklahoma City. Dort, he's checked in for... And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. They trail by 16. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's paired with Williams. Holmgren is out there with Song. And it's Williams at the point. And he knocks down the first one. Smith hits them both. The Thunder leading by 14. Now Williams. To the middle. And Sard gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Here's Carrington. Off target from outside.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Williams. The rebound by Carrington. Carrington's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Smith. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Smith's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Williams inside the line. The rebound by Carrington. Carrington's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Vukcevic. Out to Smith for the 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Williams for 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. That's now 26 points for Williams. Wizards trail by 14. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Carrington. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Carrington missing. The Thunder leading by 14. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Come on, SGA. Putting some sauce on it.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Williams, a screen on Williams. Here's Smith. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Williams slams it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Smith. Here's Vukcevic, defended by Holmgren. The first one falls. Wizards making a switch here. Poole's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Thunder leading by 17. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Poole.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Williams a screen. Right at the free throw line, and Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think that's at the top of the menu of shots that Jordan Poole likes to take, but he can knock it down with touch.
Williams kicks to Williams. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
George is checked in for Washington. Koulibaly comes in for Corey Kispert.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Down low, here's Poole, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he's absolutely feeling it. There is no hesitation from Jordan Poole.
Gilgeous-Alexander off the pick from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Poole kicks to Williams. Pass to Carrington. Williams a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Carrington. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Carrington missing.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Wizards have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Here's Poole. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The Wizards making a switch here. Williams finds Koulibaly. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Poole. 5 on the clock. Great touch on the 16-footer. And it's now 22 points for Jordan Poole.
And it looks like the Poole is filling up in a hurry here. He's catching fire, and it's tough to put that one out.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots it. It's rebounded by Poole. Poole's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Williams. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. There's the pick. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
That's good from Koulibaly. Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine.
Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Thunder lead by 20.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
And here's Poole for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Poole's got 16 points here in the second half. Poole against Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Poole with it. Williams picks him up. Now, here's George. He's tightly guarded. George sets a screen for Poole. That 3 off the mark.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations. Here side by side.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Washington calls timeout. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Williams passes to Poole. Now George. On the wing, Koulibaly. Pass to Poole. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Williams, and Williams slams it in.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Williams.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Here's Poole. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, it's not the first. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Bear.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Good win. Let's keep it going. Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. I'm always delivering.
Gave us some tips. NBA 2K, take a look.